on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. So today is Sunday. Hope you're having an awesome weekend wherever you are. Shout out to everyone that's been liking, subscribing, and commenting. You guys rock. If you haven't gotten subscribed yet, I do this every single day. What are you waiting for? But yeah, I did want to tell you guys some good news. So I got 3 brand new ledgers. You can see they're still in the shrink wrap right here. These are for the giveaways. If you're new to the channel, we give a ledger away every single Monday. The reason that I'm bringing this up is because today is Sunday. And if you want a chance to enter, we give it away tomorrow. Any comment on any video makes you eligible. So there you go. Also, what the heck is going on over here? We are going to talk about this. I have a pretty strong hunch as to why we're seeing so much red today. If you're interested, you definitely need to stick around for that. Lots of stuff we're going to go over in today's video, guys. In fact, we're going to talk about Bitcoin potentially having a $1 trillion market cap. We're going to talk about, could it potentially displace gold? Why this bull run could be the biggest bull run we've seen so far, and then of course talking about what the heck just happened. And we're going to get into all of that, so definitely stick around, guys. Let me give this a quick refresh live. So we're at $176.8 billion. Now, I got to be real with you. It's not that common to see Bitcoin take a 0.9% hit and then see all of these coins get hit that much worse. And honestly, you're not going to want me to do this, but if I switch this to Bitcoin comparative, yeah. So anyway, guys, let's have a look at the biggest gainers of the day real quick. So we do have Monacoin up 34%, Basic Attention Token 13%. It was over 17% at one point. Crypto.com, Factom, IOST. Yeah, and then look at this, not too much. Power Ledger, Decred, and then that's really it. So it's a pretty rough day today. Now, why is Basic Attention Token up? Well, Brave Browser is having a pretty big update on April 23rd, which is fast approaching, guys. Now, obviously, this isn't just good for publishers or creators like myself, but now so many people are excited to be able to be rewarded for actually using the platform. This is one of the most exciting features, I think, is being able to browse ad-free and also get paid should you choose for certain ads that you want to watch, right? I just want to point that out. You can see right here, there's a planned overhaul of bookmarks, settings, history, download pages, plans to upgrade the browser's backbone to a new version of Chromium 74, fixes for localization, Brave shields, etc. So yeah, massive things happening. If you guys haven't had a chance to download or at least try the Brave browser yet, a lot of people that watch the channel like it because you can watch YouTube videos ad-free. Also, I am a verified publisher, so it helps me out either way. And if you guys are interested, if you do use the referral link below, you do get $5 worth of Basic Attention tokens to use on the platform. So that's the situation with that. But getting back to what is happening with Bitcoin and why we're seeing so much red in all of these altcoins, well, having a look at what happened here, you can see we're getting very, very, very close to the edge of this smaller wedge that we formed inside of the larger wedge right here, which we were saying could potentially, stretch all the way out till around May 10th. But if we are to go back above this line and get closer, you're looking for a big breakout for Bitcoin. A lot of people are moving into Bitcoin because we're getting to that almost like point of no return, right? Where something's going to happen. And the thing is if Bitcoin pumps, Bitcoin is the coin that you're going to want to be in, right? But if Bitcoin dumps, you also know that these altcoins are going to get hit maybe not 5 times, but I would say they could get hit up to 3 times as hard, right? Like if Bitcoin falls 5%, you could get hit 15% on your token. So I think that's sort of the psychology that's going on right now. Volume dropping off over the weekend. We're getting to a very, very, very close level here. Those are all things. Obviously, worst case scenario, if we do fall, we're probably going to get supported by this $5,100 level, 5,100. If not, we'll probably catch this sort of support that we've had here, right? Now, also, I wanted to just show you something else that a lot of people are talking about. They're also getting really excited about this golden cross. We spoke about this I think it was a few days ago, or maybe it was last week. I don't even remember at this point, but we were talking about it. So if it was to show up, it would basically look like this. I obviously just drew that, right? So we would have a crossover, roughly estimate kind of right around April 23rd. So the thing is, now here's the thing. Everyone's looking at this. Everyone's looking at the same chart. Everyone is anticipating a pump, right? So the question is the smart money, and I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist here, but is the smart money going to potentially dump or sell off just before the golden cross, since everyone is expecting this to be like the most bullish thing ever? That's something to keep in mind. So I think it's a combination of the fact that we had a crazy alt season, then Bitcoin had a massive pump. We were able to maintain above, which we never fell, which I think is one of the most bullish things so far, is the fact, everybody said we were going to fall, right? It was not sustainable. Well, we've actually held. I think this is incredibly bullish, but I do think a lot of people are worried. It's been a lot of positivity, right? So the same way that, you can have too much negativity, you can also have too much positivity, right? And I think it's all of these combined, plus the fact that it's a weekend. I think that's why we're seeing what we're seeing, guys. Now, one thing I wanted to start off with before I talk about all these crazy price predictions and how we could see this is something that actually has a lot to do with not just crypto, but the global markets in general. Now, this came out from Zero Hedge from our author, Tyler Durden. As you guys know, that's pretty much the author on everything because it's all anonymous. So it says, it's 2016 all over again, or is it? I'm not going to go into this article, very, very long, but as you can see right here, this was the World Trade by Value, and it says that essentially what had happened in 2016, that it said, the financial world was falling apart, the US dollar was spiking, emerging market currencies were getting destroyed, the S&P 500 equities was exhibiting a classic head and shoulders formation, there was a plunge coming in. So what happened? Well, we printed that good old magical fiat money, right? So it says the monetary and fiscal authorities said that they were successful in 2016, and they're hoping that maybe they can repeat this again. So if they do decide to do it again, they said that what you can expect might not be the same as last time, but it may actually be taken to even more extremes, a vastly wider wealth gap between the 1% and everyone else. Now, guys, stay with me. I don't want you getting bored over here. This is all going to tie into crypto, trust me, okay? Accelerated destruction of savers in the middle class and anemic GDP growth coupled with explosive further growth of global debt levels. And let's say they don't decide to do it. Well, you still could potentially have a massive crash of epic proportions, unlike anything we've ever seen before. I'm not trying to spread FUD. Trust me, I'm a US citizen. I don't want to see my country go through a economic crisis, whether it be, just local or global, but getting into some things that we've seen with Venezuela and Brazil even, which I'll get into, and a few of these other places, you may find people turning to cryptocurrencies out of pure desperation and necessity rather than just speculation. So I just wanted to point that out before we go on. Now, one of the big reports that came out, the Wall Street cheat sheet I'm going to get into in just a second, because actually, this is basically something that they bring up all the time, and they ask you, where do you think we are right now? Okay, so where do you think we are? Do you think we're, in the anger stage? Are we still in capitulation, depression, disbelief? And then disbelief would actually start back again down here, and then hope would sort of be the start of the next level, right? So think about this while I just go into this real quick. So basically, in under 24 hours, over 7,000 investors worldwide read our report online, and over 2,500 downloaded the PDF. Now, this is this report over here from Adamant, and currently they say, are you ready? So where do you think we are? Did you see it? Hope, guys. They think we're here. So they think that we're out of all of this. This disbelief will now come down over to here, and they actually think that we're rallying up into hope. And as you can see right here, that is the sentiment that they predict. Now, diving a little bit more into it, I wanted to talk about this thing right here. Now, they talk about coins being available for selling running out, and this is when the market starts to rise. You don't have as many sellers, right? You have a lot more buyers. Now, I know what you're saying. For every sell, there's a buy. Yeah, I don't mean like literally there's no sellers. I just mean there's no one willing to sell at low prices, right? So they're saying that you could start to create this thing right here, which is a pattern called the accumulation cylinder, which others have dubbed the wall of worry. And this was made famous by Jesse Livermore. Now, if you come over here and have a look at what we've been doing, we kind of have been forming a widening funnel. Now, I think if we had like bounced up here and back down, it would look more exactly like this. But in a way, guys, you don't think that what we're seeing right here kind of sort of looks like what's happening? I mean, we come up here. So what's going to happen if we fall down? Well, worst case scenario, we're not going to go straight down, but we could touch 4,244, maybe something like that, right? Also, don't forget, we had the 200 weekly moving average, which I don't have pulled up right now, but that's been holding really nice and steady down here as well. So that is one thing that could be happening, right? And also, moving on, I wanted to talk about how they were just mentioning the unbelievable amount of fundamentals that are being built. They talk about liquid federated sidechains, Lightning Network, Mass, Taproot, Schnorr, and so many other things that are coming to the Bitcoin network as well. Enhancements to Bitcoin Core for even smart contracts contract design and privacy improvements as well, right? So what was their conclusion? Well, I did speak about this slightly on a couple days ago on a few videos, but they say that they believe that Bitcoin is in the last stage of the bear market, the accumulation phase. The current sentiment has recovered from capitulation, and the blockchain shows us that Bitcoin hodlers are committed for the long term. Again, this is confirmed by our drawdown and volatility analysis. They say while lower prices are still possible, Bitcoin's fundamentals are gaining momentum, embraced by millennials. In fact, there was a survey that we had spoke about a few weeks ago that said millennials prefer cryptocurrencies over traditional stocks because one, they're too confusing and complicated to get into, and two, they don't trust the system and they think it's going to collapse, right? And also its ecosystem, meaning Bitcoin, is developing at rapid clip, both as a decentralized bottom-up disruptive technology and as an uncorrelated, highly liquid financial asset for institutional portfolios around the world. Now, I know you guys I know what you're saying. K-Dub, you're being too bullish again. Stop. Be bearish. Well, all right, fine. Weiss Ratings said that some say the next crypto bull run will be several magnitudes bigger. I am one of those. However, it's highly unlikely. Every bull market tends to be smaller than the previous one. There's only so much money in the world that crypto can absorb. Now, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Where are they getting these statistics? Where are they coming up with this? Okay, this is why I don't even follow Weiss Ratings, as you can see. I do get a lot of people pointing to them saying, check out what they said. I don't personally really know where they get this information from, but let's just take this right here. There's only so much money in the world that crypto can absorb. It is unlikely that we'll see a bigger bull run. There's only so much money that crypto can absorb. Well, this is crypto, guys, right here. Okay, this is from MarketWatch, and this is all the money in the world. The biggest companies, the 50 richest people, California's GDP, the Fed's balance sheet, currency, gold, stock markets, global money supply, and forget it, you go into global debt, real estate, derivatives. I mean, just go on all day, right? So there's only so much money in the world. Cryptocurrencies. Hold on, guys, let's scroll down here. Where's Bitcoin? There he is. There's Bitcoin. There's Bitcoin right there. Yup, that's a lot. So yeah, when they say that it's highly unlikely, see there I did, I turned it bullish again. So when they say that it's highly unlikely that we're not going to surpass the previous all-time high, guys, I think we are. I mean, let me know. What do you think? Drop me a comment below. Do you think we'll never see a 20K Bitcoin again? You think that's it? We're only going to have like lowers or what? I mean, personally, I think that's just absurd. I mean, look, if you come over here, you could see Tom says the last Bitcoin bull run was driven by hype around magical internet money. The next one will be driven by an actual macro-based understanding of the benefits of a non-sovereign capped digital store of value bolstered by Lightning. The next bull run will be bigger. I agree with you. And another thing too, if we look over at what Chris Berninsky was showing, he was saying looking at the top 10 crypto assets at the end of each year makes me think that Bitcoin, which represents the blue, gets to 1 trillion on its own in the next bull market. So do you think Bitcoin on its own? Remember, we didn't even break $1 trillion for the overall crypto market cap. We were in the 800 billions for everything, but not for just Bitcoin. He's saying 1 trillion for just Bitcoin. So zooming in over here, you can see these go, you have 2013 through 2018, and these show you the top 10 cryptos. Obviously, Bitcoin's maintained number one, but the interesting thing that he pointed out was that the coins below Bitcoin, numbers 2 through 10, looks like they get a little bit closer each year, whereas you see how they're all down here, they're basically dwarfed by Bitcoin. Coming over here to the latest, you can see that they're a lot closer. So this is showing market maturation, and also they're decoupling a little bit. You see right here, he says those dwarves have gone through growth spurts on a relative basis. So we are seeing other currencies like Binance, right? Even Litecoin, just all kind of separate, decouple from Bitcoin, which is a good thing. The market is maturing. But getting off topic here, the question is, $1 trillion market cap for Bitcoin. Well, let's have a look and let's see if that's possible. Going back to the all-time high for everything, not just for Bitcoin, okay? On CoinMarketCap, we have, now I had seen it higher than this. I don't know, I thought it was closer to 888 billion That was what I thought, but they're saying like 830, whatever, okay, 830 billion. So that was for everything. Now, keep in mind that during that same time, Bitcoin dominance was only around 33%, which means that out of that 830 billion, Bitcoin only represented a third. So you figure if you had 830 billion, divided by 3, right? Because it was a third. So Bitcoin's only seen a $276 billion market cap, roughly, give or take. I'm sure that's not the exact statistic. So, I mean, rough estimate here, in order to do that, we would need Bitcoin to quadruple from its highest point. So, like I said, I'm just doing very rough math here. We'd have to have pretty much an $80,000 Bitcoin, which I do think is possible. And let's discuss why I think that's possible. If Bitcoin were to displace the value of gold, the current value of a single Bitcoin would be worth $350,000. Bitcoin has the ability to displace value across many financial and technology markets. Bitcoin is greater than gold. Now, personally, do I think that Bitcoin is going to replace gold? Potentially, it could. I think that there will always be a place for gold. I mean, don't forget, you can actually use gold in things like electronics. People obviously use it for jewelry and stuff like that. So, Bitcoin doesn't have those properties, but Bitcoin, in my opinion, is a much better form of currency than gold. I mean, who wants to shave things off on the counter and then melt it back down at night when you're done, right? That's crazy. So, having a look over here at some statistics, this is over from Masari, but it's their on-chain effects part of it. And if you look at this is the projected market cap for 2050. They have the way that they calculate this, right? So according to them, if you look at this right here, it says the 2050 market cap is implied value of the total expected supply of an asset on January 1st, 2050, multiplied by currently what we have right now. So Bitcoin's current market cap is 92 billion. So they are only calling for 109.7 billion. So, I mean, that's just what they're saying, but keep in mind, that's just based on what's happening right now, guys. That's just based on what's happening right now. Because the thing that you need to look at, you're not just dealing, it's not so black and white. It's not just like a speculative vehicle, a store of value, an investment, right? It's also something that people are using. We saw all-time high volumes for OTC Bitcoin in Mexico this week. We saw all-time highs in Venezuela. And now we've seen all-time highs in Brazil. As you can see right here, Brazil, it's had basically the highest inflation rate that it's ever had. I don't know if it's ever had, but it's had since this chart, right? So we have 4.58%. So it says it was the highest inflation rate since February 2017. Driven by cost of food and non-alcoholic beverages. Okay, well, long story short, let me show you something. Not only did the local Bitcoin charts show you that it was the highest volume, but let me just show you the 24-hour money flow, which you can find this at CoinLib. So this chart right here shows you where all the money in cryptocurrency has come in the past 24 hours, where it's going and what it's doing. As you can see, a lot of it comes from Tether, flows into Bitcoin, all right? But look at this guy, the Brazilian real. The Brazilian real is, it's almost the exact same size as the US dollar right now on the charts in the past 24 hours. So if that's not proof that people are doing this, not out of speculation, but out of desperation, out of need, out of necessity, out of the fact that it is a better form of money, deflationary money, okay, not printing money, not quantitative easing, that goes to show me that there's real demand happening, and this isn't just a bunch of, moon boys and Lambo guys just talking about it on the internet, right? So I just wanted to point that out. Now, guys, there was this debate that went on. Jesus, it got like almost 30,000 views. It was huge. It went on for multiple hours, 5.5 hours. And this is just between a whole bunch of guys. You got Bitcoin bulls, Bitcoin bears. And this was on Vays channel. Now, if you guys didn't have a chance to watch this, it's 5.5 hours, guys. I didn't even have enough time to watch it. I caught some of it, but Willy Woo was kind enough to break it all down. So you can see right here, he says you have Must Stop Murad, Kano Shaking, and Willy Woo himself. You have 75% that, by the way, has Bitcoin bottomed? Like, what's the percentage chance of thinking that this is the bottom? Well, we got the bulls saying 75%, 80%, and 95%. And we have the bears saying 40%, 39%, and 20%. Now, I just wanted to say, Vays has been pretty bearish. He's been he was calling for like a $1,300 Bitcoin. I don't see that happening, guys, personally. Listen, I might just be just getting high on the hopium over here, but I definitely don't see us going down to 13. That's insane. But he has changed his tune a little bit lately, so it's nice to see that, you know, he's become slightly more bullish, but even though he's still a bear. So that was basically what was going on with that. But something that people were pointing out that was pretty cool was Serena Williams made this post. Now, I didn't even know about this, honestly. This happened 4 days ago. But she says in 2014, yes, I know I can keep a secret. I launched Serena Ventures with the mission of giving opportunities to founders across an array of industries, et cetera, et cetera. Well, why is everyone getting excited over this? Well, if you come over to Serena Ventures, we have Coinbase. That's right, guys. Oh, well, it just moved. But you guys saw Coinbase right there, right? For some reason, this thing doesn't, I don't know. I tried clicking it. It doesn't work. But yeah, so you could see, you just saw Coinbase was right there. So people are getting really excited about that. Yeah, the website like doesn't work. You can't, there it goes, Coinbase, see? Boom. So yeah, I mean, did anybody really like look at the tweet and then go to the Serena Ventures and then see Coinbase and then get excited over Bitcoin? Probably not, guys. But at the same time, I still think it's cool. We can appreciate it. Hey, you know, take it while you can get it. Take it while you can get it, right? Also, quick news before we go, because I want to get on out of here, guys. I only have one little piece of coin news today, and that's Binance mainnet coming to ChameleonPay. This is from Chainzilla. We will also begin testing the DEX in the upcoming iterations. So there you guys go. This was actually a few days ago, but I just saw it. So I wanted to bring it up to you guys, let you guys know. And we're going to have a little bit more, we're going to talk a little bit more about Binance Chain. I got a lot of concerns about that. There's actually a tweet. Let me actually go here and show you real quick. There was a tweet that came out from Dean Press. Where was it? It was this big tweet storm right here. So yeah, super long, and I want you guys to look into this about his concerns over Binance. I'm not going to go into it too much right now because I think that it may actually deserve its own video. It's not a negative thing. He's not going against it. He just has some concerns, and I want to bring it up to you guys. But if for some reason I don't go into it, you know, the next video, read this tweet, and I want you to just check it out. But like I said, it could be an entire video on its own. So yeah, that's basically that, guys. So that being said, guys, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. Don't forget, tomorrow is the Ledger Nano S giveaway, so I do appreciate that. And obviously, guys, if you haven't got subscribed yet, you know what to do. Also, for those people that are subscribed, some people tell me that they don't get the updates right away. Just turn on the bell notification and you'll get my updates right away. So there you go. So that being said, thank you so much for coming back to the channel. I really appreciate everybody that's been, you know, using the referral links, picking yourself up some Ledger Nano S's, downloading Brave browser. Unstoppable domains. Yeah, people have been going absolutely nuts over that lately. So there you guys go. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. I really, really appreciate it. You guys rock. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's it for today, guys. So thank you so much for coming back to the channel. My name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.